Many centuries ago, in the high puna of the Cordillera Negra of Peru, hundreds of water dams were built. The vast majority of these water dams are over 4,200 meters above sea level, so most city dwellers have difficulty reaching them. It can also be very cold, windy and inhospitable, so few people go, except the occasional herder tending the cattle left to graze in the puna. Where the ancient walls still stand, one can see that the grass is greener, but there is no water. Especially in times of drought, the ancient wetlands made by our ancestors are still hugely important. Nearly all of these ancient pre-colonial dams are on the western side of the Cordillera Negra, the side that drains into the Pacific Ocean. In a recent satellite survey, over 300 pre-Hispanic dams of different types and sizes have been identified. These structures are often impressive. Some dam walls are over 100 meters long, 5 meters high and over 7 meters in width. Formal sluices indicate the levels intended to fill the dam over the year. Scholars believe that most dams were built in response to the medieval climate anomaly, beginning around the 8th century of the Common Era. There are sufficient indications of accretion, however, to suggest that the dams were built on or around pre-existing natural wetlands. These wetlands were enlarged and enhanced gradually, possibly over centuries. Water dams such as Chacras in the Aija region and Weetacocha in Pamparomas show evidence of reparations in the pre-colonial past. After 500 years of abandonment, many ancient dams are still there, although an ever-increasing number are being destroyed. Many are still in partial or sporadic use. Others are covered in cement and presented as new dams, even though the choice of location and the stone foundations are ancient. Thanks to Past Water Futures, an umbrella project held by Centro de Investigación Andina Punku and tied to the Universities of Buenos Aires, CONICET in Argentina, and Universidad de los Andes in Colombia, a handful of pre-colonial dams in the Cordillera Negra are being rehabilitated and maintained for the first time in centuries. The restoration at Weetacocha received in-kind assistance from Instituto Nacional de Investigación Agraria and Dirección Desconcentrada de Cultura de Ancash. Generous support was forthcoming from the Rotary Foundation, Gerda Henkel Foundation, and the Mountain Institute Global Giving Initiative. Weetacocha is one such recently restored dam. Located at 4,350 meters above sea level, it was selected to provide a considerable amount of water to a community and their lands. Also, community support was for rehabilitation, preferring a solution based on traditional community knowledge than a modern cement microdam. Work commenced in October 2024, with completion a month later. The first step was to record the structure's initial condition, to design an overflow, or rather redesign the existing overflow, remove the melted core, the rotten part which has deteriorated over the centuries, taking down loose stones, draining the little water in the marsh, and obtaining clay. This was absolutely key to put the walls up again, and the 3 sacks of cement used for the project went all into the modern sluice, which was a condition set by the community to allow ease of access. Finally, a geomembrane was laid out and everything was covered with soil. This green-grey technology brings together past technologies, indigenous technologies, with modern material. 30 people worked overtime and spent 20 nights in freezing conditions to complete this work. The rehabilitation of indigenous technology is a low-cost solution to to climate change adaptation that Centro de Investigación Andina Punku is actively pushing forward. At the official opening workshop and ceremony, attended by comuneros from the village of Racratumanca, representatives of NGOs involved in the project and friends, as well as a film crew, a Thanksgiving performance was held. This gravity dam now spans 57 meters and captures 24,000 cubic meters of water, feeding down to the community of Racratumanca and into the valley beyond, bringing capacity built in the landscape back to life.